Welcome back, 8th graders. Ready to put on your detective hats? Today's explainer is all about starlight and signals, exploring the heavens through EM waves. And honestly, it's pretty wild, because it turns out some of the absolute biggest mysteries in the universe, well, they're solved using clues we can't even see.
Think about it. We have this massive problem. How do we actually explore galaxies we can't even touch? I mean, the universe is unimaginably, mind-bogglingly huge. We can't just hop in a spaceship on a random Tuesday, fly out there, and physically walk around on distant galaxies. Some of these places are millions, even billions of light years away from us. So how do we possibly study these distant stars, planets, and black holes without ever packing a bag and traveling there? How exactly do you investigate a cosmic crime scene when it's literally across the universe?
Now, before we get into the exact how of our detective work, we kind of need to pause for the wow. Psalm 19 verse 1 tells us the heavens declare the glory of God, the skies proclaim the work of his hands. You see, the universe isn't just some empty, silent vacuum of space. It's an absolute masterpiece. And every single star, every distant galaxy, it's out there proclaiming something beautiful. We just need to figure out how to listen, right? Which brings us right to your first homework question for the week. Why do astronomers use more than just visible light? Okay, let's dive into this. If we only relied on what our regular human eyes could see, oh man, we would be missing most of the story. It turns out visible light is just a tiny, tiny fraction of the information the universe is actually beaming at us every single second. To really get the full picture of the heavens, we have to look for the invisible. So on one hand, we've got visible light. This is collected by state-of-the-art tools like the famous Hubble Space Telescope. You know, the one that takes those incredibly beautiful, vibrant pictures of space we all love to look at? But on the other hand, we have invisible waves, things like radio waves and infrared waves. While Hubble captures what our eyes would see if they were just superpowered, these other telescopes detect an entire hidden universe of electromagnetic, or EM, waves that our human eyes completely miss. And each type of EM wave reveals a totally different, absolutely crucial part of the story. Now, what's really interesting about this is even dark, freezing planets or superheated cosmic events that are 100% invisible to the human eye can actually shine brightly in X-ray or infrared. Seriously? Depending on their temperature or their energy level, they are out there giving off these secret EM signatures. If we just use the right tools to detect those specific waves, this entirely dark universe suddenly lights up in ways you honestly wouldn't believe. All right, let's unpack our Cosmic Detective Toolkit. First up, radio telescopes. Picture these giant, massive dishes picking up signals from deep space, letting us detect things like spinning pulsars. Next, infrared telescopes. These are amazing because they can actually peer right through those thick, dusty cosmic clouds to find cool stars or even newly forming planets hidden inside. And finally, satellite probes. These are out there gathering and transmitting vital EM data from way across our solar system. These specific instruments are exactly how we find incredible things like black holes and brand new planets. Without EM waves, mapping space would be literally impossible. Okay, quick pop quiz to test your memory and answer your next homework question. What kind of telescope sees heat or cool objects in space? Got an answer in mind? Well, if you remembered infrared telescopes, you absolutely nailed it. Since infrared technology basically detects heat signatures, it lets us see straight through all that space dust and spot cool celestial objects hiding in the dark. It is essentially cosmic night vision, which is just so cool. Now, shifting gears a bit, this brings us to another huge piece of the puzzle, and another homework question. We know how to find the information out there, but how do space probes send info back to Earth? Think about probes like Voyager, which is billions of miles away right now, or the incredible James Webb Space Telescope. It's not like there's a giant extension cord connecting them back to our planet, right? So how on Earth do we actually get their breathtaking pictures and data? Well, they use the power of EM waves, of course. It's highly complex, but the idea is beautifully simple. Kind of like sending a cosmic text message. Here's how it works. Step 1. The distant space probe gathers up all this incredible data. Step 2. Its onboard computers translate that raw data into electromagnetic signals. And Step 3. It beams those invisible EM signals all the way across the vastness of the solar system right back to giant receiving dishes here on Earth. Without utilizing EM waves, we'd launch probes into the void and literally never hear from them again.
So, what's one discovery made using EM waves? Well, 8th graders, we've actually talked about quite a few amazing ones already. You could write down finding deep space pulsars using radio waves. Or, discovering cool, hidden stars with infrared telescopes. You could even mention detecting black holes or entirely new planets. Every single one of these real-world, history-making discoveries is a direct result of our ability to decode invisible electromagnetic waves.
All right, moving right along to our next section, education, morality, and peace. So the crucial point here, as we shift gears a little, is how the Heroesmartacademy Godly Learners series intertwines biblical morality with education. Because honestly, education without morality will hurt. Just think deeply about that for a second. What is the absolute point of being highly educated, brilliantly smart, and knowing everything there is to know about electromagnetic waves if you turn around and make bad choices that hurt yourself and the people around you? Being smart is a tool, just like a telescope. But morality? Morality is what points that tool in the right direction. And that mindset leads us to a really beautiful, comforting promise found in Romans 8, verses 6 and 7, which promises peace of mind to everyone who keeps his or her mind spiritual. You see, when we explore the vast science of the universe, pairing that knowledge with a spiritual, moral mindset is what transforms just knowing facts into true life-giving wisdom. And finding that peace of mind is exactly what we want for every single one of you as you go through this material.
Which brings us to the end of our explainer today, but I want to leave you with one final provocative question to chew on. If the heavens literally declare his glory through invisible waves, waves we couldn't even see or understand until he built the right tools, what else in your life are you missing when you only look with your physical eyes? Keep looking deeper, 8th graders. Stay intensely curious, fiercely guard your morality, and I'll catch you in our next explainer.